Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to your online English class. Students, I hope you all are fine and safe at your home and doing your work on time. Students, in our previous lecture, we started chapter 8 of your grammar book, that is tenses, forms and usage, and along with the explanation, I told you to do exercises from 1 to 8. I am damn sure, students, that you have completed the exercises. Today we are going to do the last tense, that is future tense in this lecture, and after the completion of this chapter, make sure that you all will be reading the explanation part, and then you all will complete your exercises. First of all, try the exercises yourself and then match your answers from the solution. It should not be like that you are directly copying from the solution and you are not putting your own efforts in your live classes. Students, the things have been explained, so 2 times a single topic has been done all the time. So make sure that you will try the exercises yourself and then you will match them from the solution. Now let's start today's class with future time reference. Page number 74 of your grammar book, chapter number 8. Future time reference. Obviously, we are talking about the coming time. We have not experienced that time. We are talking about future. So, this is the formation of each type of sentence, whether affirmative, negative, interrogative or negative interrogative is concerned. Always remember, children, when you are writing future tense and especially simple future, then will, shall plus first form of the verb will be used. With I and we, shall is used, and with rest of the persons, will is used. Look at the examples here. I shall write. Negative, I shall not write. Interrogative, shall I write? And negative interrogative, shall I not write? Now let's know about the uses of simple future tense. Students, simple future tense is used in 4 ways. And these are the ways: simple present, present progressive, be going to, or with modals, will, shall. The simple present is used, the very first use, students. The simple present is used to describe intended or planned action in the future. Her marriage takes place on 10th June. The chief minister visits the city on 8th of this month. So any intended or planned action is there. At that time we use simple future by writing in the form of simple present. Simple future is expressed by using the present progressive also when the planned action is in the near future. He is coming to Bangalore tomorrow. He is meeting me tonight. So if in near future plan is there, then also future is expressed by using present progressive. Next use, we use be going to form to express an intended action that will surely happen in future. My father is going to buy a car next month. They are going to build a house in this town. It is going to rain. When the plan action, intended action will happen in future, at that time be going to form is used. Further we use modal auxiliary shall, will to describe future action which are not necessarily planned. I shall meet him next week. It may happen that some urgency would be there and I would not be able to meet. So, not necessarily planned. Next, he will come here in a day or 2. Might be he will come today or not even after 2 days. So, if not necessarily planned actions are there, then we use will, shall. Next use is will is used with the first person to express willingness, promise, determination. I have told you that with I and we, shall is used. But this rule is saying that it is used. Will is used with I. But some exceptions are there, some special cases are there, like willingness, promise, determination. In these cases, will is used with I. And the same thing with shall. Shall is used with I and we. But in some cases, with second and third person also, shall is used. And these cases are any kind of promise, any kind of threat or command is there. Now let's see exercise number 9. Use the simple future tense. Simple future means will, shall plus first form of the verb. We dash deliver the goods at your doorstep. We shall deliver the goods at your doorstep. Next, dash he dash in bracket meet you this evening. Students, at the end of the sentence question mark is there, and before subject we are supposed to write helping verb. So it is an interrogative sentence and the answer is will he meet you this evening. Third sentence, she dash in bracket not call in morning. She will not call in morning. So students, this exercise number 9 you have to try yourself. Further we have the future progressive tense. Here also we are using right verb in different ways. When affirmative sentence is there, negative, interrogative and negative interrogative, and with all types of persons also. Its formation is will, shall plus be plus first form plus ing. Will, shall plus be plus first form of the verb plus ing. And here is the formation. I shall be writing, I shall not be writing. If interrogative is there, then shall I be writing, shall I not be writing. Now let's know about the uses. The uses of future progressive tense. Students, in future progressive, obviously the described action will be going on, will be in progress, but in future. The gardener will be watering the plants when you reach there, means in future when you reach there, at that time what will be happening, that is future progressive tense. Next example, I shall be taking lunch when it is 1:30 p.m. He will be writing to her next week. Next usage, it is used for an expected action which is to take place in the future. Examples, it will be raining when you reach there. Any expected action but in future. Now let's do the exercise together. Rewrite the sentences using the future progressive. We have underlined, we have encircled which tense we are supposed to use. Formation, syntax also we know very well. Will, shall plus first form plus will, shall plus be plus first form plus ing. He in bracket play against England at this time tomorrow, means at this time what will be happening? He will be playing against England at this time tomorrow. Next, they in bracket plan to go on a tour when you meet them. They will be planning. I shall be meeting. These are the answers of these 3 examples. So students, this exercise number 10, try it yourself. Further we have the future perfect tense. Obviously, students, when we read this word perfect, do you remember, do you recall anything? Yes, the use of have. And the same formation of future perfect is also there. But since we are talking about future, The formation of future perfect is will, shall plus have plus third form of the verb, and by using a single verb all the types with all the persons have been given here. I shall have written, I shall not have written. Here in interrogative, if we use he, then will he have written, will he not have written. So this is the formation of future perfect tense. Further are the uses. Use of the future perfect. The future perfect is used to express completion of an action by a given time in future. Completion of an action at a certain point in future. We shall have built a factory by the end of this year. Means by the end of this year, the factory will be built completely. The work will be completed. Express completion of an action. Remember children, at that time we use future perfect tense. It is often used to express past possibility with the modals can, may, will. How? He might, could or will have won the prize. They will have reached their destination. So if any past possibility is there, then with such models we use future perfect tense. Now let's do the exercise. Obviously the exercise is pertaining to future perfect tense only. So will, shall plus have plus third form we are supposed to use by using these bracket verbs. He in bracket do this job in half an hour. He will have done this job in half an hour. Next, he in bracket win a scholarship. He will have won a scholarship. In the same way, my dear students, rest of the examples you can do by yourself. Next we have the future perfect progressive tense. In present progressive, we come to know that the work is going on plus time. In past perfect progressive, we come to know that in past the work was going on but time is also given. In the same way, my dear students, in future perfect progressive, the work will not be completed. It will be in continuation, but time is also given. So here are the examples. Let's know about the formation first of all. The syntax of future perfect progressive is will, shall plus have been plus first form plus ing. Here are the examples. If affirmative sentence is there, then I shall have been writing. By using he will have been writing. By using you will have been writing. Its negative will be, obviously not will be added. In interrogative, shall will be added before subject. In negative interrogative, shall plus subject plus have not been. Further, we have the uses of future perfect progressive. The future perfect progressive is used to express an action which is in progress over a period of time before its completion at some point of time in future. I will have been studying English for 3 years by the end of this month. Means at that time also, by the end of this month also, the work will be in continuation. When he returns, the workers will have been completing their job for 3 months. At that time also, beta, at a certain point in future, I would have been doing this work for this much time period. That is our future perfect progressive tense. Now let's understand the exercise, that then the tense will be clearer to you. Rewrite the sentences by using the verbs given in the bracket in future perfect progressive. The very first sentence is, by this time the committee in bracket argue on this point for 2 hours. Obviously students, future perfect progressive means will have or shall have been plus first form plus ing we are supposed to use, and we have already learnt the use of for and since. So the answer is, by this time the committee will have been arguing on this point for 2 hours. Next example, he in bracket write by 8 a.m. Answer is, he will have been writing by 8 a.m. So students, this is all about the lecture of tenses. I request you to complete your exercises which are given in your book. But before that, go through the explanation part, listen to the video again and again, and I suggest you to understand the concept first of all and then try the exercise instead of copy it down from the solution. Thank you students. God bless you.